Juicy news coming right at you, baby dolls. The most breaking news of all. XRP has beaten the corrupt SEC. Today, a judge has just officially announced XRP is, by miracle, not a security, okay? Even though they broke like 15,000 laws. Somehow they still lost to the SEC. That means crypto is here to stay. So the corrupt SEC, we're going to go through this information a bit later. I'm just giving you the forewarning as well. They're going to pay a $125 million fine, which you go, that's a lot. No, not really, because they've dumped like $1.5 billion on basically the community. So they have $1 billion in cash on their balance sheet. Plus, the corrupt SEC were going for $2 billion. So they're only paying 6% of what the SEC was going for. And they might even appeal it, who knows. So it's actually a big win. We actually saw XRP shoot up on it too. And this is the 2-week chart of XRP, but you have to go down further to see the actual move. There you go, the spike up. You see it actually reversed. It reversed this move, actually led the charge up. It will be fantastic if XRP is able to keep climbing up. Have a look at that, man. That's nice. That's actually nice. Look at that daily chart. It's just a full-on rejection. It goes, hey, we shouldn't be down here. Now, is XRP going to lead everybody out? That would be a fitting story, I think. After all the pain and the misery that the Ripple community have gone through for so long, we're praying that they get some nice justice out of that. But first, friends, the Bitcoin price, okay? Bitcoin is at $55,000. I've got a yellow emoji here for it, and I've now relegated Ethereum back to a Poopie Emoji, 2350, and the ETH BTC is a clown emoji at 0.042 because, man, these are really disgusting. I've also seen some comments on Twitter. People are now begging the Ethereum maxis to come back. So if you don't know, friends, there's another Twitter. It's called Farcaster, okay? It's just decentralized Twitter, and it runs on, I think, an Ethereum chain, network, whatever it is, decentralized. Now, we might need it in the future if they ever come for Elon, right? But for now, it's the network effect is too small. It's basically Vitalik and the Ethereum nerds posting there, and no one really understands what's going on there 99% of the time anyway. But no one checks it. No one checks it. No one's there because you want everything to be in the same place, man, you know? So all the Ethereum maxis are over there, and that's why people think that the Ethereum maxis, they're the reason why the price of Ethereum is going down because they're not shilling on Twitter, but I don't think so, man. I think this is just third cycle curse stuff. Remember Ethereum, like if you're wondering, I remember Ivan, he asked, this was like a long time ago, right? Ivan asked, how come Ethereum has been struggling? By the way, it was down here. It was down here, right? Why was it struggling? And I remember I made a response video for him. Not sure if he saw it, okay? I was just noticed, it's flipped red on the monthly super trend. Oh, man, ETH, you got to get the hell up at this, dude. If you close below here, it is game over. You can't do that, dude. By the end of August, ETH BTC, you better close up above here. Oh, my gosh. You don't want to be red on the monthly super trend. Oh, that's going to be poopy times. So, what ended up happening was, friends, if you can actually see this, let's say on a daily chart. So, Ethereum, remember, Ethereum is just another shitcoin, just like everything else, clearly, okay, even though we love it, but in the bear market, look what Ethereum did. ETH BTC, okay, in the bear market, June 2022, it went up and it literally went back to the highs. This was from the merge. You remember the merge where they did the deflationary burning and all this other stuff? Well, if you do such a big rocket move, friends, all right, basically the market now says, well, that was too good. You shouldn't have been up here. What we're actually going to do is now we're going to punish you. And that's usually what markets do, right? So it happens the other way as well. So you might be looking at a PulseChain, PulseX, Hex, E-Hex price chart, and XRP in the future. When something's rounding off for so long, when it finally goes, okay, it just takes some sort of catalyst and everything just basically ignites. But also, you have the other way too. When you're so strong for so long, when it finally does turn, it's vicious. Okay, and that's what pretty much happened with Ethereum. And why this was more impactful, friends, this was in a bear market, okay? This was in a bear market. So I know I could just remove the super trend so you can see what happens. It ends up coming down and just straight smack down 53%. Man, this is a long time, friends. You understand this 2 years of bleeding by like it's horrible. It literally is horrible. But if you were trading this chart, you'd say, oh wow, you should start to bounce here. But yeah, do you really want to bet on that? I mean, it's Ethereum. It's Ethereum. Now, we're not in Ethereum with like the intention to make like a 20, 30, 40, 50x. Most of you guys, of course, everyone's got ETH, but in terms of is ETH 100% of your portfolio? No, you need to make way higher return than what it offers. But everything is spiritually linked to Ethereum, except Solana. That's pretty much it. Solana has its own little thing going on there. And, you know, PulseChain, Phantom, Polygon, everything is linked pretty much to Ethereum. Ethereum is like the risk on sentiment measure. And it is right now pooped. So we need this thing to reverse. But look, I'll just show you this, right? 4 years ago, man, look, it did stuff like that. Look, it had these, look, it's over. And then just starts recovering up week by week, right? Also, it's over again and it starts recovering up. This is bull market mode though, right? So maybe we'll just get something like that. Who knows? Okay, maybe we'll get something like this. But man, we're way overdue, friends. Now, our North Star, which we're going to check every day, is the others BTC. Here we are right now. It is sad that this was like, it was always uptrending. See the yellow line, uptrending. Now we have to do a downtrend. It's not a downtrend, sorry. It's just a lower low break, but it doesn't really mean anything. You can still catapult off harder. It just sucks that the amount of pain and misery that is out here. I guess we'll see. Are we going to recover by August, September? We need a catalyst. Look, I'll be honest, man. Corrupt SEC just lost to XRP. Like, it's official. Not guessing or whatever. It's official. Like, XRP, man. I mean, congratulations. Stand up, man. What a long time that's been. That's been like, what a journey it's been to see that. But for everybody else holding, I mean, you need a long way to go up. Like XRP, the XRP BTC ratio, it's still got a long way to clear. Before we move on to even more news, friends, this is the Bitcoin channel part. So Bitcoin's been holding up well. Obviously, it's just Ethereum that got crushed. This is BTC. It's still in this channel. Many people, friends, I've seen even Steph, they've called for 42K. They believe a 42K is coming. And look, I don't know, man. I never even know in these scenarios. All I know is that the 4-year cycle, friends, we're actually overdue now to go up. Like, if we go down from here, it's already the worst cycle ever in terms of performance. But, I mean, you can even see right now, I mean, I'm going to show you, like, one of the standard cycles from before. This is what it looked like, right? This is where we are. So, look, I really hope it doesn't, like, start us the whole way, and then I hope that doesn't happen, because you never know. You never know, man. That's markets. Because it all comes down to that weekly super trend. It's still green. I know, friends, it feels shaky, but, you know, if we just go back to 2015, 2017, right? Mt. Gox Ponzi cycle, right? Just imagine all you had was this, by the way. All you had was that. Like, yeah, that feels shaky too, man. You have no idea if it's going to come back down. Look at that wick. See, it's come back down here. You think, oh my gosh, we're going to come back down. We're going to fill the gap, and it's literally all over. We're just going to come back down. The bear market's going to last another year. See what I mean? And then bang, look what's happened. Slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 2 months. That's like all of August, all of September, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Actually, interesting. This is where August is right now. That's actually very spooky. We have crashed. Oh my gosh, I think we've just, wow, we've actually crashed exactly on the August date as well. Like, in this August, we dropped 23%. If we go back, there's that first week of August. What do we do around here? We dropped 15%. You see, that's actually wild to see. That first week of August crash again. Man, it's crazy to see this. But you never feel good. You don't know what's coming around the corner. And look, friends, I just want to have an appreciation for this. Like, you got absolutely no idea, friends. This is literally like, you could just die here. You're like, oh, I can't pump. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's literally 8, 9 weeks, man. That's all of August, all of September. We're like, oh my gosh, I can't move. All right. So, you know, this is just what the game is like. That's what the game is like. You got to live it day by day. Now, pumpkins, I have to address this because this was, I went, okay, because Look On Chain, we all love Look On Chain. They're a Twitter account. They check all this on-chain stuff. Big wallets moving, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all these other big money and stuff. And they made a false alarm post. So they saw that there's 740,000 Ethereum, which is an absolute gargantuan shitload. They said they're about to dump. They found these wallets that haven't moved in 3.3 years, and they said, uh-oh, they're getting ready to dump right now. And it just put fear in everyone's hearts. They're like, oh my God. And it was linked to Plus Token Ponzi. If you remember Plus Token Ponzi, the Chinese Ponzi, one of the biggest Ponzis of all time. They were the reason that Bitcoin and Ethereum actually went up and hit here. This is basically Bitcoin. So they were offering BitConnect yield for your Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're like, hey, it was literally as simple as earn 1% a week on your Bitcoin. And everybody in China ended up depositing, man, it's crazy, like $1 billion or $2 billion at the time. And they just held the Bitcoin and Ethereum. They got arrested. Chinese government found them. And then everyone thought, oh my gosh, they're going to sell. Now, it turns out they deleted the post, Look On Chain, because this was already sold on Huobi Exchange, Huobi, right? So Huobi Exchange, it was sold back in June to September of 2021. Okay, so it's a false alarm. So that's 789,000. Everyone's like so scared, so much fear. You know, it really does remind me of that zombie virus, man. Because at the bottom, friends, the fear is always like, what's next? What's next? What's more? What's more? What's more? What's around the corner? Every single time, there's more dead bodies. There's more things that come every single time. That's why you read the news. It makes your heart race up. But you just look at the chart. You go, hey, man, I guess hopefully we just go up only. Hopefully. Quick update as well. Unfortunately, PulseChain, friends, has reversed literally all of yesterday's moves. I've got a video coming out later on. Basically, I think, look, not even I think, it's very, very possible PulseChain from today, all the core coins, they do 100x from today. It is very possible. And that is, you need Ethereum 10K and Richard Hart rotates the money in. And guess what? There's still $1 billion left over. So you could, let's say this is crude numbers, okay? So you need 500 million to make it go 100x from here. But you have 1.5 billion with a B if Ethereum hits 10K. But just do worst case. Okay, let's do some. Let's assume that 1 billion is just going to be fighting cells. That's one thing against us. Number two, let's divide that 100x by like 2 or 3. So you go, okay, like a 30x from here. Still good. It's literally still good. You do a 30x from here. That's great. Okay, so my lowest target, but it's because we're so low, right? We're so low. So the numbers, everything still works out. But yeah, we basically, PulseChain would get to Solana's size today. So that's where it would go to, right? So one of the altcoins on PulseChain, now a few of them are going to be up between 1,000 to 4,000x from today. We just don't know which ones. They would be like 1 to 4 billion market cap. That's what Solana is, right? Solana had hit 4 billion. And many of the others hit like 500 million, 600 million. That might be, you never know. Pico on PulseChain hits like 600 million or a billion right towards there. That would be like 350 to 400x. But yeah, it's like a few of them. And the rest hit like, 50x, 100x. I mean, my friends, Joe Biden coin did a 34,000x, for example. So I'm just assuming we get to Solana's size where it is today one day. So that's pretty much it. That's what you're playing for. Obviously, you hope you get more and you hope it happens fast. But yes, for the meantime, though, there's been big reversal of these moves down. I don't know why. But here is the price chart, and you can see it's just unfortunate that PLS, once again, it's always just full of these disappointments, man. PLS come back down to literally it's basically the lowest low of all time, weekly close. So if you close down here, very sad. What's it from? Look, I don't know what it's from. It might be. I'm just guessing. Look, don't quote me on this, okay? I'm here to speculate and guess at everyone else. But you see this PulseX to pulse ratio? I wouldn't be surprised, friends, if Richard is toggling the ratio in the background and he's just pushing PulseX up. So when he pumps it up later, it's like less of a hurdle to climb for everything. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, I don't know. I don't have any evidence. I don't check the chain. I don't know. I'm just okay. So don't hold my feet to the fire there. But I wouldn't be surprised if the reason this is happening is because he's doing ratio rotation stuff. Because PulseX, everybody's down from day one. Even the biggest whales who sacrifice and believe within the most have put like $20 million in. They're even down with their 2x multiplier. So how would that show up in the price action? Well, Pulse is just a bit lower than it should be because he's moved the ratio around. That's it. So if you actually see, right, this is the PulseX to Pulse ratio. If you actually check PulseX USD price, you see it's actually made a higher low. You see that? See, it's not back down to its horrific lows. But then some people might say, hey, that might be the buy and burn, which is true. It might be the buy and burn. But then what's explaining the pulse weakness? That's what it comes down to. Now, ultimately, it's all outside of our control, and you're dealing with these you're dealing with bottom zones anyway. So it doesn't even really matter. If you have any spare cash, I guess you could just DCA buy more. Same as everything else. But really, it's a waiting game, okay? We still got to make it through. Now, friends, this XRP case, absolutely awesome. So this is BCB, the end, onward. So it's over. The SEC versus Ripple has been quite a journey. Thanks for sharing it with me. $125 million penalty and a generic injunction order. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Jeremy Hogan. He's like the XRP, basically the de facto community lawyer. Jeremy Hogan is our NuclearHerbs. Okay, so we got NuclearHerbs. And they have Jeremy Hogan over there. It's literally one for one, friends. It's awesome. He gives free legal advice and all these other things, whilst saying not legal advice. It's funny. So their price chart, friends, as I just showed you, right? Yeah, I mean, hopefully it doesn't reverse that move, man. Hopefully this is just a sign that you shouldn't have even been down there, to be honest, because now XRP strong. It's just because they've been sold down for so long, but Ripple dumps, one. And two, your market cap is huge. You're like 30 to 40 billion as well, right? So also shout out to Hex Hero. I wonder what kind of pump we will have when our case drops. Just look, don't believe any dopamine dealers because they're going to say, oh, we're going to go 200x, we're going to go 50x, 10x when we beat the SEC. I don't know, man. XRP did a double and retraced. I think the network effects, they don't rely on a government approving or disapproving, okay? Just like how if a government says, hey, Hex is cool. If they said that, Hex doesn't automatically reprice like 30x higher, probably, right? Also, if the government says we don't like you, I don't think you don't permanently drop down 50%. The network effects, they're bigger than that, okay? They're bigger than those types of things. Also, shout out to Roland. Crappy gains. Yes, it's true. It is true, man, because like XRP, friends, as you know, like its market cap is big. Its liquidity is thick. And you can actually see it on the price chart right now. It's funny. You see that green? XRP is the only green here. Yeah, 35 billion, man. 35 billion. Actually, if you click on it, friends, this is the thing, right? Look at this. XRP, look at that. They have max supply 100 billion. So, you know, those 50, man, Ripple own 55% of the coins still. Friends, they've been dumping for 10, 11 years, man. They still own 55% of the coins. Then you might say, oh, well, Richard Hart owns all the coins. Yeah, bro, he ain't dumping them. He clearly ain't dumping them. All right. He's not paying influencers and stuff to distribute his supply. It's all on chain. It doesn't get dumped. Okay. There's a complete difference. One's value extract, one's value add. So, I mean, I hope this thing keeps, please, just keep cranking up, man. That'll be amazing if they lead us out of this run. But yeah, that's just showing they got a lot of unlocks. And yeah, they sell 30% below market price, right? I have this post from Gabriel Shapiro, right? And I like, let's just read this together. I was talking about the corrupt SEC. Look, he says it better. Great. I really can't think of a worse case for the corrupt SEC to lose from the corrupt SEC's point of view than Ripple. They did everything wrong, tying their business to a token price, hiring market makers to massage the price, etc. You can literally look on old charts and see how Ripple Corporation announcements pumped XRP. So yes, this is one of the revelations, friends. Like whenever there are announcements, I would tell the market makers beforehand, hey, use some of our ammo in inventory and slug the price up because they're training the market to react positively to XRP news. That's what they did in 2017. And it built up all this momentum. That's how they went up like 600x, okay? So they basically did everything that shows that they're in control. Everything, okay? They're hiring market, like they did this official hiring, all this stuff and all these, okay? The tech itself is also highly centralized with no crypto economic mechanism to incentivize validators and dependence on a Ripple maintained list to get consistency. So yes, it's literally one node, friends. There is no decentralization stuff. It's literally one node. It's meant to be for government digital CBDC. That's literally, I'm not joking, by the way. But when I said this, people thought, hey, Tom, I think you're being a bit too harsh to XRP holders. No, bro. Go actually check XRP. Not making this up. They literally want to be world CBDC. You go check it up. They're in bed with all the governments. That's what they go around. What do you think all the marketing is paying for? They're trying to like infiltrate these third world, second world countries and just tell them like they go to Philippines and stuff, and they're like they're trying to get in with the government and the councils there to get them to use XRP, and they want it to be for complete total control. Okay, but we'll worry about that later. I mean, we don't really care about that. The market's choosing, right? The point being, if the corrupt SEC lost this one, imagine how it will fare in all the cases where the project team was much more careful. So he's not even talking about Richard Hart and PulseChain there. So it's wonderful actually that we get to see the win, man. Because look, I believe in let the market decide. Okay, so if corrupt SEC, that's what they're saying. Oh no, the bunch of scammers and the dumpers. No, let people decide. Okay, if people want to keep believing in it, let them keep believing in it. And you want to know what gives me conviction, friends? We've seen meme coins, okay, this is your friend Swami's specialty. Meme coins have saved corrupt SEC. Have saved Ripple, okay, meme coins. All right, now, this is your friend Swami's specialty, and it's the actual truth. The fact that Doge and SHIB and Peppy and Dog with Hat and these meme coins have risen to billions of dollars of valuations from literally accidental sparks, and they don't do anything. It's just a community. The fact that meme coins exist, okay, it's pretty much given the case for XRP to exist. It pretty much is. Okay, if they want to believe in world dominance, that's their narrative. Let them believe in. What else do the rest of the coins do? Nothing. They literally do nothing. What does Bitcoin do? All right, you're not using Bitcoin to stake or do anything else. You can't do anything on the chain. Pretty much, it's clunky. It's garbage. Oh, it's storing my value. No. It is showing you a pattern of other people behind you putting in more money than you. That's it. That's what it's showing you. That's it. That's literally it. Okay, so it's not like you're using it for really anything, but people are like, oh, store value. That's the game, man. But hey, it's a win for everyone in crypto today. I was also posting, friends, back to this PulseChain stuff. Ink is down 27% in the past 24 hours. You're just seeing, that's what, see, friends, if you look at the daily chart, they always look like that, okay? They just look like that. This is the a smaller chart as well for Ink. Yeah, man, everyone's just got to be waiting. It's going to take more time. That's it. We need Ethereum to rise higher, and Ethereum's obviously pooped. Wanted to throw this by away as well. So Kamala Harris from the Democrats has launched Crypto for Harris. So look, friends, obviously, I don't care, okay? But what I want is, I want them to bid for us. I've been telling you this from day one. It's great, Donald Trump, first mover. And what I want, hey, Democrats, start raising the bid, man. Make him really commit to this. Because he probably could be thinking like, oh, I'll just say these words, I get elected. And then the Democrats are doing it too. Now he might be like, okay, I'm going to have to up the ante. How are they going to differentiate themselves, right? Crypto friends, everybody's hopes and dreams is tied to crypto. Everyone, okay? Because the growth is so huge that it can literally change your life. Your life's not getting changed in the medical industry or whatever. You're working a job, a salary, okay? But you're not retiring. That's it. In all these other industries. But crypto can actually retire you, okay? It's growing like the internet. It's literally the next internet. It's like AI, right? So we want them to up the ante for it. We want them to bid big. And I hope they start a bidding war. I really do. Because there's the most powerful stat, right? More people own crypto than have dogs in America. It's 55 million people in America have crypto, and then 50 million people own dogs. Now, when people heard this, they're like, no way 50 million people in America own crypto. Look, maybe that number's thrown out around here and there, but more people own crypto than you think, friends. They've already heard about it. It's just, we always have this narrative in crypto. No one in the world's heard about me ever. Trust me, a lot of people have heard. A lot of people have heard. And you're like, well, why aren't they in? Well, firstly, they are in, but they're in with like $100. They're in with like $1,000, okay? So what you want is for them to go all in. You're like, why aren't they all in yet? They want higher prices. They want higher prices. They want Bitcoin over 100K. They want to see the actual price go up. That's what they want. They want MSNBC to be telling them there will never be a single more Bitcoin for you to buy for the rest of time after this moment. They want to be told that. They literally want to be told that. Okay, otherwise they'd be buying now. And what people want to hear, it's always fascinating, isn't it, friends? Because what do people in XRP want to hear? Just tell us we're not a security. Just tell us we are not a security. And they go, okay, well, you're not a security. Ripple is now in the clear. $125 million fine. So, friends, I actually checked a while ago. They actually they have over $1 billion of cash sitting in there. They probably dumped an extra billion. They probably they got the ivory tower. They got offices around the world. They're just paying all these salaries and stuff and not innovating, by the way. They had to look. I'm not going to back down from this, man. Like, you guys had to fork Uniswap V2. What were you building for 11 years? You just finally capitulated and forked Uniswap V2. What was that $1.1 billion dumping for 11 years doing? But yeah, please pump it to the moon. Just pump it, man. Just make everybody in disbelief. Okay, that's what I want. So that's what people want to hear. Just tell us we're not a security. But okay, now you got the next challenge. All right, you're not a security. But then you're like, okay, let's go back to the crypto space. How do we tell them we have product market fit? Okay, now you have that same problem back again. Like before. So what happens is, like, the government inserts themselves to become a big problem, but now people think by removing the government problem that it fixes everything. Go, no, you're back to your original challenges. But I guess we'll take the win. Anything from here is a good win. Now, friends, I have confirmation here that it's actually been the most dog shit crypto cycle of all time, and this is the Maya multiple. Now, the Maya multiple, what they do, friends, is it's just moving averages, right? You can actually put it on your chart, and it's from Trace Maya. And what I've quickly just done, I've gone to TradingView and I've actually put it on here for you. So remember, you got to put a log chart, BTC. You got to add a Maya multiple bands. That's where you type in Maya multiple bands if you want to see them. So if you're just curious, I'll just show you. You type Maya multiple bands, okay, like that. And that brings you the bands. So you can actually see these bands. And you got to make sure it's a log chart. And you got to have the full Bitcoin historical chart. Now, it's just moving averages. It's literally just moving averages. And what I want to show you this. So this is just a representation of the chart. But what might actually happen, friends, over time is how far away you're disconnecting from giant averages. Because your asset gets more mature, its euphoria and its depression gets smaller. The bands get smaller over time. But right now, it is one of the most poopiest times, okay? So I'll show you why on this chart. You can go check it out here. This is just another one, a cleaner page. And you can see right here, you see how we've come down here to this lower line. Now, if you're looking at it, it just looks, if you focus on here, you're like, oh, well, that's not that bad. But no. Let me tell you something, okay? We have never been this cheap ever in a crypto cycle at this point. We've never been this cheap, except in 2019. But something happened in 2019. Look what happened. We hit the upper band first. All right. So if we hit the upper band here, that would be $100,000 Bitcoin. All right. It'd be another 110K Bitcoin up there. Interesting, right? So that sucks. We never got the 100K Bitcoin, but we crashed down to the most oversold ever, which just sucks. So it's showing you we're slowing down. And by the way, in each cycle that goes on, you're going to see more and more of that happens, okay? Don't rely on these friends because this is how everybody got screwed. See, we only hit the Maya multiple once in 2021, and then that was literally the end of the cycle. But in 2017, look, we hit 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? That's how everybody got screwed. When you're looking at these moving averages and these, they can really screw you up. Like, oh, you hit the Maya multiple 4 times in the previous cycle. We've just hit it once. We should have another time to go. And then what price would that have been at, friends? That's why if you look at the price up here, that would have been like 180K Bitcoin if it was able to hit up here, 180K, 200K. It's kind of like you look at every single indicator. Everything basically said Bitcoin should have been 180K in the last cycle. Everything. It's just we diminished so hard. We broke so many people's dreams. It is disgusting. Interesting as well. You see these friends, compare this peak to like that, right? That's the Maya multiple, how much it goes up. So right now we are here. It's, I guess technically it's a cheap zone, but yeah, we could always go lower. Who's to say we can't go lower? You know what it is like. Things to keep you bullish though, friends. Remember, cheap is cheap. Your goal isn't to buy things that you know are going to go up because you never truly know. The goal is just you buy low, sell high, and that's it. Buy low, yes. Buy low, wait forever, sell high. You're buying in the depression, buying low prices, and sometimes it helps the dream though. You know, if PulseChain, friends, did a 10x, it just gets to Bitcoin cash size. All right? That does a 10x. So, and that's not even like, oh, game over. Just doing a 10x from here. Do you think like Bitcoin, PulseChain could like get to Bitcoin cash size? I think it can. And if it did a 20x, it gets the Corridanzo size. See? So that all lines up as well. I have a chart, friends. You're going to see this from another video as well. If PulseChain, so this is obviously what you're playing for. You're basically playing for this hope, right? You're hoping that up to here, right? So Ethereum is 10K and Pulse is 40x day one sack. And then this number, friends, that's a 25x return on your ETH. From today, though. From today. So like, yeah, it's big, but we are 4x down. So you basically, you make a 6x on your ETH if we get it. If we get it at the top. Let's say you got to divide it by 2. Let's say you only make 3x. It'd be trash because you put your money in 2021. You risked all of it. Corrupt SEC attacks Richard. All these other weird stuff happens. You could have literally abandoned it and everything's been a big disappointment. You risked all of it. And then if it stops there, you only end up with a 3x on top of Ethereum when you could have just literally bought any single coin. So we don't know what the future is going to hold. Okay, but I'm just telling you, like, yeah, don't think, oh, that's a big successful winner because, yeah, think about that. Like, you just got 3. You risked everything there. You'd think you'd get more for your compensation for that. But yeah, obviously we don't know the future numbers, friends. What if Ethereum hits higher than 10K? What if it hits lower? You don't know that. But if Ethereum hits 10K, the PulseChain sacrifice wallet has 1.7 billion in there. So it's enough ammo to fire it up. And of course, friends, we're sitting through this macro stuff and all these, and everyone's always going to wonder, like, you know, are we going to get through this? What's going to come next? But yeah, the only way to make it is to believe, man. That's it, friends. That's literally it. The only way to make it, harden your nuts. Okay, there's literally no other way. You've seen this now, like, wow, I really do got to go all in. Like, yeah, there's no shortcutting this. You could draw your squiggly lines. You could say, oh, like drawing your squiggly line up higher doesn't mean the price and the demand comes in. There's always like these macro forces at play, all these things, right? And then you have unforeseen circumstances like jump trading, friends. Jump trading is capitulating on the rest of their Ethereum. They did it yesterday. Most of it's gone. They've sold $29 million worth. They only have $63 million left. They had like $500 million before. So they were the ones just like slap. So that's why we think there's been like a big wipeout or a close down of the division of their crypto division. And yeah, all of these things only come out later. Right now, what I'm seeing though, all across crypto is people have changed their view. Now there is this 5-year cycle theory coming out. Okay, 5-year cycle. And I've heard it twice now. And I'm like, okay, I think enough people believe it, which hopefully means it doesn't happen. But yeah, this is it, right? 5-year cycle. So a lot of people, what they're doing is, friends, especially because Crypto Kobe said, oh, we're more like 2019. What people have done is they've brought 2019 fractal and they brought it to Bitcoin here. You see this part here, this is Bitcoin capitulating again. So this is basically, we waste another whole year going sideways and destruction. We waste another whole year. I'm thinking like, wow, bro, like this crash down has now made you say, oh, we're going to be down for a whole year because of that. And I'm like, because of what? Because of the Japanese yen? Huh? They got to print money anyway to fix it. Oh, yeah, and the central bank stopped, by the way. Right, I told you breaking news. The central bank, Japan government has literally did a complete 180. I'm laughing on camera. I'm dying like, bro, you guys had 0% rates for 30 years. You said, we are going to hike rates to stop everything. And you literally, after one hike, they go, no, we're going back down. Actually, we're stopping. No more hikes. So everybody has, and remember I told you, friends, everyone is really hung up over this zombie virus anomaly. Everyone believes that zombie virus anomaly is coming. And that's good. Remember I told you, friends, if I wanted to trick the most amount of people, and I was Mr. Market, okay, and I had an invisible hand, if I wanted to trick the most amount of people, how would you do it? Well, you throw a zombie virus out in 2020, so now everybody's minds are anchored to it. They think, I better sell every low, zombie virus is coming, and then you just get a 2015 to 2017 cycle where you glide up, go sideways, smack down, fake under the super trend, reverse it by the end of the week, and you just do that 5-6 times, okay? And each time it's a different news event. I want to show you, right? I know because you guys don't know this, but remember, I wasn't around back then in 2017, but I know the news events that came out, and this is probably what you're going to find is very fascinating. When these happen, friends, okay, see these moves here. One of these was something, there was a big news event here. This was China banned Bitcoin again. This is like one of their first, the first 3 times they banned Bitcoin. It goes up, bang, comes up here again, bang, and then it goes up. You see these news events? Look at this. Everyone thinks, oh, it's over. Oh, it's over. But China banned Bitcoin. They're killing everything, right? And everyone leaves. So there are actually these big events. They have news attached to them. They have news. They're just lost in time. Lost in time. You just see them as, oh, look at that weekly chart. That's all you're looking at. Wow. There's a weekly chart here and it went down and went up. Sweet. But your eyes are summarizing like a 60-day period in the blink of a second. And you don't have any of the feelings attached. That's why my job is, as your friend that you like and subscribe to, I go in and I like put myself in there. I'm going to go, okay, what did it feel like? Okay. I spend time. I look at it. I sniff my fluffy microphone, friends. And I think, okay, let's go into this moment. What did it look like? What we can do, friends, is actually, I can show you the daily chart of these. And we can actually go back just so you can see what it looked like. This is zombie virus, right? Zombie virus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It took like 2 weeks, but you didn't even feel good here, by the way. This is zombie virus, right? So it still took 14 days. Everyone thought this was coming. Everyone, I can't tell you how many times everyone thought, oh, you can't bounce. Even up here, friends, we go, no, the whole way through. It literally just basically, no one was bullish, man. No one was, 99% of people did not believe in the friendship and kindness that would come after that. And what I'm going to do now is show you that 2017 run that we're looking at. And here it is right now. So this is that 2015, 2016. Look at this, friends. This is a daily chart. See, this is it, right? You have this big smackdown. And then look, you just have this period of like, oh my gosh, it's not moving. It's just like lower volatility, fake down. Oh, slowly, what's happening? I guarantee, friends, everyone thought that's it. We can't bounce. And then we just go sideways, beep, right? And like that. We just continue. Over and over. So we are following everything like the same right now. Let me show you the daily chart that we're looking at here. That's where we are now. Everyone's calling for lower. You don't know, man. You don't know. It's what it's like. You live it day by day. Now, baby dolls, I want to finish on something really important. It is the SAHM rule. So SAHM. Because you can never really believe what's in the media. And first, just know that in the markets, there is no magic formula that gets you to time everything straight away, every time. There is nothing out there, okay? It's all probabilities. And even the ones that they say, has a 95% chance and stuff, even those ones, they'll have a 95% chance on the economy, but for markets, absolutely not 90% chance. If you like, say, sell stocks on that signal, right, this S&P 500, what you'll find is there are like many instances where stocks keep running up 3, 6, 9, 12 months, 24 months. Like they go up 10 to 20%, you're offside. Then the big crash comes, right? There are many of these samples as well. Now, what's the SAHM rule? Okay, so the Fed economist, right, Claudia SAHM, suggested a new measure to check for the onset of a recession based on the observation that when the 3-month average unemployment rate rises 0.5 percentage point above the low of the prior 12 months. So basically, if unemployment was like 3.4, it ticks up down to 4.3. You're like, oh wow, that's 0.8% unemployment, more people unemployed. And they go, you're in a recession now. You're in a recession now, okay? And you look at this, you're like, oh, that means recession, things are coming bad. But then, okay, you always got to dive deep into it, right? Because that was actually the report. That was the first thing I saw. Like, oh yeah, that thing. And then I did more research into it. And I was listening to Bankless and Tom Lee, like the Turbo Bull, Tom Lee, right? Crowd favorite. Look at this. So the SAHM rule has triggered for America in the past 100 years 12 times. 12, okay? In 10 of those times, so 10 out of 12, you were already 1 to 2 quarters into a recession. You were already in the recession. All right, 1 to 2 quarters is 3 to 6 months. So you'd already been in a recession for 3 to 6 months, okay? So look, GDP of 2.8% of America, that's what it is right now. Like, maybe it slows down to 1.5%. But a recession, friends, is you need actual like negative GDP. Look, I know, I'm not saying the economy is great, everything, but I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you, like, the ISM and the global liquidity index and all these things ticking up, it doesn't scream that we have cracked already. It doesn't say that yet. It could be. I'm just saying it doesn't say that. Okay. But then look what happens now. Claudia SAHM, okay, so she's the lady who made it from the Fed. She disavowed the SAHM rule. She said the zombie virus has screwed up some metrics. It's not even a good signal anymore. When the SAHM rule triggers, the 3-month gain for the S&P 500 is plus 8%. That's crazy. So you would think by looking at this, oh, everybody's selling because of recession fears. Okay, but then you're like, if you go back in history and then you sold every time that happened, all right, when they're reversed, right? So where was the Friday or whatever? Friday here. Okay, so the 3-month, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but the 3-month average, okay, August, so November up to here. So it's basically made a new high. That's the 3-month average. So it would look like this. This is the 3-month average. So to around here. That's 8%. Right? And then you've all sold here expecting that. Then that happens. And then you got to deal with the next wave. So it's fascinating, right? We're always trying to look for these like magic indicators. Oh, the recession's going to start. Everything's going to go down. And like, you're like, okay, you got whopped. You literally got bonked by selling on this, right? So plus 8%. Explain that. Market's efficient, man. It's really, really tough, friends. S&P 500, man, you're dealing with $40 trillion of capital. It's like, it's trillionaires trying to basically steal money from each other, pretty much. That's why it's too tough. Where's your edge, bro? Where's your edge? You know what I mean? As a tactical timing tool, it's not even good. Recessions. So you go, okay, in 10 out of 12 times, we were already 3 to 6 months in a recession. So there were 2 times it didn't. We weren't in a recession. That were the false flags. But then ended up happening later on. But you never know, man. Maybe, right? Unemployment is ticking up and then they cut. Maybe Fed cuts aggressively back down to like 4%, right? They do 50 and then 50 and then 50. They do 3, 50, 50, 50s. And then they get back to what they call the neutral rate of interest. So right now, friends, the rates are so high, they're slowing everybody down. They're actually cracking you hard. But if they get it back to 4%, that's where they say neutral is, where it's like, okay, now you're basically, the plane is going sideways. The plane's just floating now. You're not descending. You're not going up. You're actually just going sideways, horizontal. And you never know, man. That's how we could end up getting that for like 2025. And then everyone's waiting for the crack. And then maybe there's some fears. And maybe there's like a bit of a crack and everyone's like, the economy's turning again. You might find that. And then we have a 4-year cycle that peaks next year, right? And then, right, you might find just as everybody gives up on the idea that, oh, wait, I guess we already had the worst of us behind us. And then 2026, another unforeseen event happens. What I'm trying to do is trying to line up the 4-year cycle with everything, because actually it's funny, friends, because crypto, right, what we're doing is, I'll just show you now. Crypto, friends, is it's a very pure measure of the global liquidity, okay, rising. So in global M2, global liquidity is rising. See, it's rising up right now. See this tick up? See, we have this tick up, friends, and we've come back down. Arthur Hayes just reminded me, this is actually super important. Arthur Hayes, basically, he did a breaking news, okay? He said that because the Bank of Japan has pivoted already, he now thinks, I think he's gonna write another article soon, and I'm guessing what he's gonna say is the Bank of Japan, Uchida, hey, right? And Janet Yellen, she's the real big bad boss of US, right? The money printer over there, the government treasury. They had a phone call. And they agreed on what to do. And she probably told him, oh, don't worry, we're going to be like, don't worry, we got this stuff coming later. Right, we got this stuff coming later. But you can actually see it from the global liquidity index. That's what this thing is, friends. So what ends up happening is they have money in these accounts, and it's actually going out into like all these the government bonds and all these other stuff. It's going to seep into the economy. Basically, it's a long way of saying pump the markets. And they're going to help Democrats get elected again. So there is, Arthur Hayes, who's actually calculated, there is between 300 billion to 1.05 trillion of stimulus coming. Now, they don't use the word stimulus, and they don't say we're here to pump the markets, but it does. Okay, they just put it in other accounts. They do that. So that is this global liquidity index rising. You see that? That's actually going up, and it's there. It's there. It's just not dispersed yet. Why? I mean, we're not close to the election, right? So as we probably move into the election, they're going to do that. And remember, friends, but like if there's anything, right? If there's anything we got to remember, it's that stat where you think we're the only. Oh, look, your friend Summer here from the crypto world. He ended up finding out that there's a 90% chance. There's a 90% chance that if the stock market is up into the election, you get re-elected. Wow. Oh, let's go talk to this crypto guy. What else did you find? It's not just me, friends. Everyone knows. Everyone knows there's literally 90% odds that you pump those stonks into the election. They're high enough, yeah, your odds go up to 90%. So they have every incentive to kick the can down the road once again. And I guess we'll come to that path of the journey, wherever it leads. But for now, we're waiting for this, a stock market. Oh, it's going to capitulate low and do all these. We'll see, man. We'll see. What a journey, friends. What a journey. And so far, crypto stock has been very, very, very disappointing. But I will be honest. Though. It's been very disappointing. However, we go back once again, that North Star, that North Star. Yes, it is disappointing, but still, it's not mid-August yet, right? It's not September yet, okay? It's not. You know what we do, friends? I'm actually going to show you. I'm actually going to zoom in and show you. Basically, yeah, by end of August to September. By September, right? If we haven't flipped, if we're not up here, then yes, it's actually, okay, we're losing months now. Right now, it's just 1 week. Right now, it's like officially, okay, it's the longest ever, but, hold the horses. Things can turn around. We'll see. I mean, XRP, man, not a security. What do you think of that? Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you in the next one.